Way, Prada just released their new album Flowers, and some fans think they changed their sound too much. 20 years ago, they were dominating MySpace with songs like this. I know a Other fans, however, are happy to see the band evolve and understand their desire not to sound exactly the way they.
So I've been a big fan of Prada, and I've seen them 3 times in the past 2 years, but I definitely have a gripe with this new album in 2 main things especially. And yes, I'm going to talk about the sound differences, but we also have to look at how were the singles released. At first, Ritual came out, and I thought it's decent. It was like a 7, maybe an 8. But then they released so many singles, and we see so many bands in the scene do this nowadays. It's like, why is this the new meta? They're incentivized to, which is a big aspect we're going to talk about in a second, but the Plot and You, Falling in Reverse, they release singles all the time without really planning for an album and then eventually just throw out an album. And it looked like Prada was trying to replicate that by having 7 different singles out before the album came out, so we heard majority of it, and the sound was very different. Biggest thing I hear people saying is, well, you can't ask them to sound like they did in the Zombie EP, that was 16 years ago. We're not asking for that. Me and so many other fans agree that Color Decay was an incredible album, and that only came out 3 years ago. Mike has literally stated himself for this album, they were looking at writing the hooks first and then the rest of the song afterwards. The majority of the band were not even in on the writing process. So what do you get as a result of this? A sloppy mess that sounds uninspired, and Mike's vocals are just a side small part of it, when on Color Decay, Mike had a very clear and amazing synergy with Jeremy and his clean vocals. And I've seen a lot of the comments that say, well, it's just a Jeremy album now, and it pretty much is, because you see Jeremy separating from his Christian faith. I know the Devil Wears Prada is not necessarily a Christian band anymore, but Mike is still in with his Christian faith, and I'm pretty sure Jeremy is not, and you can tell with a lot of the things this album is talking about. Now, call me crazy, but I think that taking Mike, who is the original main vocalist of the band, away, further out of the spotlight, having less parts on these songs, is going to ruin the band because that is what they were brought up on. Did you love this album? Did you hate it? I'm giving it an overall 6 out of 10. I love the Devil Wears Prada, and I just want to see better stuff from them.